Hey everybody, Marshall the Apologist here. Boy, my hair looks goofy in that light. That's a little bit better. Not a lot. Anywho, busted up my arm pretty good. So that kind of stunk. But it did give me a little bit of time to do some stuff. Boy, my hair looks huge on here. I need a haircut. Sorry for rambling. So, for several years now, I keep coming across this term that I kind of want to Inigo Montoya it. They keep using this word, and I don't think it means what they think it means. This word is part of a social movement on the left, and I think people keep buying it on the right, and they keep fighting the battle in the wrong place. And this word that people keep stealing the use of, among many others, is the word identity. I looked up the definition of identity. It's the fact of being what a thing is. Right? So, if a ball is a ball, we identify it as a ball. It's identical to the characteristics of a ball. Right? See that? That's a cat. Identify that as a cat. Why? Because it shares the characteristics of a cat. It is identical to the definition of a cat. Okay? So, when people say they identify as something, that literally makes no sense. That is a whole different definition of the word that doesn't exist in the dictionary that people are trying to do. So, they would say something like, I identify as... Yeah, let's just say I identify as a Christian. What does that mean? Well, when I say I identify as, I'm saying, okay, I am using the word identity in a verbal form, consciously and knowingly, to apply it to myself. And then Christian, okay, so I am making myself be identical to the definition of a Christian. I am choosing that to be the case. But that's not how identity works. Not really. Identity works by you just are that thing, right? So in this case, Christian would be a word that would mean a few different things, depending on who you ask, but let's just go with a relatively non-controversial one. Someone who adheres to the doctrines of Christ and his apostles. I think most people could agree at a baseline of that. They may disagree as to what that doctrine is and whatnot a little bit here and there, but for the most part, most people are going to say, yeah, it's a pretty good definition of Christian. So if I say I identify as a Christian, that would have to mean that I am in agreement with the doctrines that Christ taught and his apostles taught. Okay? So then if I go off and I say something which is completely antithetical to, say, all of the New Testament. Let's say I identify as a Christian, but I don't believe in a God. I don't believe in the supernatural. Then I am talking useless, stupid nonsense. Clearly. It's obviously the case. It's inarguably the case that I am talking stupid nonsense. Because it is unimaginable that any half-rational view of the ideas of Jesus of Nazareth and his apostles could possibly include the idea that there is no God. That would make no, or any sort of supernatural event at all, including miracles. I'm a Christian, but I don't believe in miracles. That is a completely oxymoronic statement. So then you get into people saying idiotic things, usually, such as, oh, what is it? No true Scotsman fallacy over here. No, the no true Scotsman fallacy would be something like arbitrarily picking some characteristic that has nothing to do with actually being a Scotsman, and then trying to apply that to the identity of Scotsman. All you have to do to be a Scotsman is be from Scotland and be a man. Congratulations, you're a Scotsman. No true Scotsman would be something like, I don't like soccer. Oh, you're no true Scotsman. No, liking soccer or not has nothing to do with whether, in fact, you are indeed a Scotsman. So you get all these people that identify as things, and what I really think that they're trying to do is they're trying to say that they are properly described as that thing. But the problem is that descriptions aren't self-given. Descriptions exist beyond yourself. Descriptions are a part of the rest of society, at least, or objective reality. So, if I say I identify as a man, I've said nothing useful other than that I am a man. So if you ask me if I identify as a man, I will probably tell you no. I'll say I just so happen to be one. Because, not because that sentence, I identify as a man, would be abject nonsense. It wouldn't, not really. But the way that the left wants to use the word identity and identify would be nonsense. What they assume that it would mean is that I have chosen to portray myself as a man, and I have decided to apply the characteristics of typical male behavior to myself. But that is absolutely not what I mean. What I mean is I have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome, and I'm a biological male, I'm an adult, and I'm a human, therefore I am a man. That's what I would mean, but that is not what they would mean. I think that probably if you're on the right, or if you're a moderate at all and you disagree with far left extremism on the concept of identity, it would behoove you greatly to reject outright their very fundamental assumptions about what those words mean. And I do.